You're live.
Live. Oh, okay. Just sitting there. She never gave me a countdown because Lexi's actually holding both cameras with, I should say phones, cameras. It was so funny. I have a segue. Someone came up the other day when I was taking pictures. You know, and I'm used to these phones, and someone brought up this thing. I had no idea what it was. Oh, it was a camera. So unusual to see people with the cameras because everybody uses a phone today. So I'm done with that ADD part. Now I'll come back to what I really want to talk to you about. First of all, you can hear my voice so much better. This is the first day, I think about 70%. It took a long time doing a lot of me, you know, trying to get that vibration back in the way I talk as opposed to just using my throat to talk. Been working really hard on that. I want to thank all you guys who have read what's happening with my voice. I tell you, before I talk about what I want to talk about, it was scary, you know, because just to give you guys a little background of what happened, I did the Rogan show, and then Jake did Rogan, and then we had our whole big Christmas sale that we do. So that was the beginning of me going into promo mode, where I do a lot of podcasts. I do a lot of PR to let people know about what we're doing. And then right at the end of, right the day after Christmas, we released Vance Hines' video, which now has over 30 million views on it, where Vance lost 198 pounds in 1 year. So that gave me more to talk about. Then the release of Positively Unstoppable, and all the PR that went into that. And then we did the $1 Million Challenge, where right now I know a lot of you people are out there. There's over 10,000 of you who signed up for the $1 Million Challenge. Well, that press release went everywhere, so I had to talk even more, and talking about the book, and talking about Vance, and talking about the $1 Million Challenge, and then coming into the Super Bowl. Well, that's when they announced, the NFL alumni announced our partnership with the NFL alumni, which really might have been the biggest news of all. And it happened on the week that the Super Bowl was going to be right here in Atlanta. So on top of all the interviews that I had, now I'm on Radio Row. And one of my publicists, Braun, he's connected to he already had a bunch of his talent on Radio Row. And Lexi and I went down there, and in 4 days, I bet you I did 70, 75 interviews of the 120 plus interviews I'd done over the last 3 weeks. And my voice started to go a bunch of times. I went to see my ENT, and, he gave me a steroid shot, not the steroids, but steroid shot to take down the inflammation. And then I had to do it again, which I probably shouldn't have done at going to be 63 in 2 weeks. And I just kept pushing. And I had so many NFL guys down. I was working with them. And I just kept pushing. And then I finally pushed to a spot that this was what my voice was. Like, it was bad. For like 3 weeks, it was bad. So the bottom line is I've been forced to shut up for a long time. Like I said, this is the first time I've talked in a long time. So really at 7 weeks. And we had to cancel some appearances, which I never do. And we had to cancel a workshop. Well, actually, we moved the workshop that's in Timonia. Let me just back that up, because I might as well talk about that first. It's on, but it is actually, the one that's right outside Baltimore. Our Inspiration Meets Perspiration workshop is on July 13th now. And that's going to be from 11 to 1:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be at my buddy's MedLife Institute. My buddy Jen and Kent, they always over 100 people. We're already at 90-some people for that workshop. So some people fell off because we had to change the date, and other people came on. So there's going to be 100 plus. The energy is going to be amazing. So that's in July 13th. If you want to you're going to be in the Baltimore area, you might want to check that out. But the main news I want to talk about today, of course, is WrestleMania, because I know a lot of people probably thought, well, he canceled all this, I'm not going to sign up because he might not do it. Well, I've already agreed to do some work with the WWE, so I'll be at Access on Thursday night, and then on Saturday morning, I'll be at Access again. So if you just want to try to combine, see me there. But our workshop, our birthday bash, because I will be 63 on April 5th, which will be not this Friday, but next Friday. And we're going to be doing it at the New York Hilton Midtown. Now, this is, if you're familiar with WrestleCon, you'll know from that. And you can either sign up, go to WrestleCon, but your best bet is to go to ddpyogaworkshops.com. And that'll have the workshop for WrestleMania. It'll have the Timonium workshop, which is right outside Baltimore. And it'll have our retreat. And right now, we've only got a few more spots left for the retreat. But if you've never been to, this is the 9-year anniversary of our workshops down in Mexico. And that's going to be from June. God, I get so much right. That's why I normally would have it written down and would actually be reading from that. So why don't I just do that? Oh, what a concept. I have it all written here. I just have to pull it up. That is going to be June 23rd to June 29th. And you can come down for 2 or 3 days, or you can come down for the whole week. But it's an amazing 5-star resort that we stay at. Everybody has an amazing time. What I always get the most response for everybody is the people. And we just got through this last 3 days. We did our summit that we do here at the DDP Yoga Performance Center. And we had so many amazing transformations of people come in, and we did, got a bunch of stories coming out, so you can see just how amazing some of these people's stories are. And what I found is, like, everybody's story hits someone a little differently. Most people are attracted to what we're doing because what they saw Arthur Borman do. But now we have so many different people and so many different stories. Every one of them is going to touch at least somebody in some way. So that's what we were doing all this week. And I had to keep my voice down because I was trying to save it for the last day. And actually over the last week, it's gotten so much better. That's why I am announcing that we are doing the Mania workshop. So if you were thinking about coming, you're going to be at WrestleMania, and you don't already have tickets for NXT, because I know that show sold out a long time ago. So if you don't have tickets for that, you can get tickets for this. And like I say, it's going to be from, let's see exactly what I got here. I pulled up Timonium. Let me pull up Mania. Okay, there it is. Pull up Mania, so I give you exact information. It's going to be at 6 o'clock at night. And we're going to take it right to 8:30 p.m. that night. And we're going to have a bunch of my instructors. My buddy Hayden, who runs my certification, he's going to be there. Garrett's going to be there. Brenda's going to be there. Lexi's going to be there. So we're going to have a great time. We've already got over 100 people. So it's going to be amazing. The energy is going to be amazing. This is at the same place that the WrestleCon goes on in. So everything's done at WrestleCon at 6 o'clock. So if you're going to be at WrestleCon, you might want to bring a pair of shorts and a T-shirt and a mat and come and join us. It's going to be an awesome time. All the information is there. When you come, you'll automatically get a picture with me, and you get a group picture. And just to really break it down, because it's $69.99 for our workshop, but just a picture that I'll be doing at WrestleCon will be $40. $40 autograph, $60 combo. So this is like a super deal if you want to come and actually be a part of the workshop and the community and see what we're doing. You guys might have noticed I've been wearing this Unstoppable hat, and it's 148. Tomorrow, I'm going to be putting out 2 videos. One is just the story of a officer named Matt Cooper. Now, Matt is a veteran who did 2 tours in Iraq and in Afghanistan. Never got hurt. about a little over 6 months ago, he had transitioned over from being in the military, and so I think about 12 years, to go right into to be a police officer. And super guy, super family. Matt ended up getting shot right between the eyes on a call for a shoplifting call. And it took him down. They thought it killed him. Then they said, well, went into his brain, so he's dead. Even if he lives, he's dead. But it didn't. Somehow, the bullet went right between his eyes and shot into his nasal cavity. Now, the bullet, and you'll see it in the video, is still stuck in his neck. Like they can't get it out. But it's not causing him any further damage. Now, they thought he'd never walk again. When you see the video, you're going to be really moved. And I'm actually working with him right now. And normally, whenever I do any of my T-shirts, because we're doing, he has Unstoppable T-shirt with the 148, got hoodies, hats. Whenever I do that, I always give like 20% to DAV. DAV is Disabled American Veterans. But whoever I'm charging, that's why I always give like 20% anything I'm doing like that. But in this scenario, I'm giving 100%. And I'm giving 100% because the fight that this guy's on, and he's got 2 kids, and I just was very touched by his story. All the veterans have a special spot in my heart. I've been to Iraq 3 times. I've been to Afghanistan once. Every day, and a lot of you guys might not notice, there are veterans out there if you're watching this. Every day is Veterans Day on DDPyoga.com. Like my DVDs or my app. It's always 50% off. And any of you guys have been following us when we do different sales. Like right now it's 20% off for anybody who comes and gets the program. But it's veterans. It's always 50% off. Just when you go to this site on DDPyoga.com, just look for it. You'll find it, and then it'll hook you up. It'll tell you what you have to do to put your card in for being former military or if you're still in the military. But it's just something I've always done to give back. And any of you guys who do my program know, besides an occasional Christmas sale or some other sale that we're doing, we never go over 30% because our program is worth every nickel that you're investing in it. And it's really important to me that it has the value. And again, for veterans, no matter what day it is, it's always 50%. But that's another reason why I did this for, I call him Coop, that's why I did it for Coop. I did 100% of the T-shirts, the hats, the hoodies. And you'll be really touched. You'll be moved by his story. And talk about never give up. Talk about being positively unstoppable, which is a whole other thing, segueing to that. I haven't even, I noticed I've always got a book. I'm so out of mode from promoting and letting people know about Positively Unstoppable. And so many of you guys have got the book and read it and put such awesome comments up. I really appreciate that. And if you haven't and you got the book, take a picture of it. Let me know what you thought. And if you got it on Amazon, I'd really appreciate it if you go to Amazon and put up a review. I'd really appreciate that. So news, just to recap, got the workshop. It's absolutely on. Will I be at WrestleCon? Yes, I will. I don't have those dates yet. I'm only doing limited engagements while I'm in New Jersey and New York. What?
Why don't you talk about what is included at a workshop? Why is it special?
Well, the workshop, besides getting the picture, besides getting the group picture, and I walk around, I meet every single person one-on-one. I get there early, so if you get there a little bit early, we have time to say hello and tell me your story. Then I also, once we get started, I make this so anyone at any level can do it. So, I have people walk in with crutches. I have people walk in with canes. I've even had some kids wheel themselves in and do it from a seated position because we have, we can work around that. But it's also for people who are in really great shape. So what I'm going to do first is it's inspiration meets perspiration. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk about owning it. I'm going to talk about being positively unstoppable. How do you actually do that? And what does, art of owning it, like what is it? I'll get into detail on that. And then from there, I'm going to start you into I'm going to teach you what dynamic resistance is. Like, how do you get your heart rate jacked up? For any of you who've seen any of our videos, you'll see behind there's always like a wall that's got all these numbers on it. And what it is people's heart rates. And some you'll see in the white, some you'll see in the green, and some you'll see in the red. The people who are in the green are right where they want to be in their zone. In the white, they haven't worked hard enough to get their heart rate up. People in the red, don't want them there too long, because then that means you're working too hard. So I teach you how to jack your heart rate up standing still. I call it dynamic resistance. Think time under tension, almost like you're lifting weights, but there's no weight. So it's impossible to hurt yourself. Next thing I'm going to break into breathing. I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your breath. The number one thing that has saved me over and over again under so many situations is being able to own my breath. And I'll teach you the beginning level of how to do that. And then I'm going to break down the dime a dozen. There's 13 moves that's used a lot in this program. And that's where I'm going to keep it for the workout. But the dime a dozen, I'm going to break down each move and show you how to make it the easiest thing you've ever done. Or I'm going to show you how I can make that really challenging. I'm talking about the exact same move. And we're all going to do it as a group at one time. Then some people will be done, because that might be enough workout for them, because they're at a very beginner level. But if they want, then they continue and then do the workout with me, where I'm still going to show the modifications. What I always found really interesting is people who stop after the dime a dozen, they start back up again. And they start doing the workout for a while, then they'll sit back down. And then they'll start back up again. And it's really pretty amazing, because once the people get done with that, they've realized they've gone so much farther than they ever thought they could. And that's really what owning it's all about. That inner story, that story you tell yourself. My goal is for you to walk in who you are, what you think, and how you live your life. My goal is just to try to shift you just a little, so you can start to believe that, man, I can do this. And I'm going to leave with, I got this. If I just follow the program, it'll change your life. It'll change your life on a whole different level. And it's funny, because I've had so many people, when I'm walking around meeting everybody, I've had so many people tell me, I got your DVDs. And it's, some people, I'll say, so how you doing with that? I haven't started yet. I said, how long you had the DVDs? Some people will say a year, 6 months, whatever. I'm like, why haven't you started yet? Because I'm afraid I'll fail. I don't want to start something again because I'm afraid I'll fail. That's why I wanted to come here and see you and be with you and see if I can readjust that whole thought pattern. Again, the story you tell yourself. It was Winston Churchill who said, success is moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. I've failed so many times at trying to do so many different things. To me, it's a part of the learning process. Even though I may have failed at it, I don't consider it a failure. I think it was Edison that said, I didn't fail 10,000 times making the light bulb. I didn't fail 1,000 times, 10,000 times. I figured out 10,000 different ways that the light bulb doesn't work like this. And then I figured out, it works like this. Failure is a part of success. So if you've got the DVDs, if you have the app and you're not using it, it's okay that you started and stopped. Just start again. Because the failure's only in never beginning again. You've heard me say it a million times if you're listening to this right now. When I was a wrestler, when I lost a match, I would tell people it doesn't matter how many times I go down. It's all about how many times I get back up again and get back in the race. Like, this scared me, the voice. When I say scared me, I'm a guy who obviously has made a super impact on people by things that I would say to them and help them. I thought, wow, I'm talking like this. What if I don't get my voice back? I started listening much more. Thank God for texting. I helped a guy named Jerry Ostrowski, who played 8 years in the NFL. He's one of my guys I'm working with. I didn't talk to him till the other day when he actually came here to Atlanta. Everything was in text. His actual introduction came from another NFL player named Patrick. His dad played on the practice teams, but he was still in the NFL. He played for 3 years. And his dad, Mike, played for the Eagles for 5 years. He's 72, Mike. And all of my communication with him after the first time was all on text. He set me up with Jerry, and everything was on text. I walked him through everything, what to do, where he should be, what he should do. Just follow this bouncing ball. And Jerry, first month, lost 31 pounds. He started at 443 pounds. But again, another way to communicate. I could have totally got in my head and thought my voice isn't coming back because they told me it might not come back. That's what the specialist told me. But I believed that it would. And I've done all the... I'm doing the exercises 3-4 times a day. And in just a week, and it just happened like last night, I woke up with this voice, which is my voice, just down a little bit deeper. But I got to keep working on that. And my communication with Jerry was in a different way. So even though I couldn't do it one way, I figured out another way to do it. And that's what you can do. And that's what you can do with the program. And if you're going to be at Mania and you're going to be at WrestleCon or Access, after 6 o'clock, there's nothing happening. Now, there is, if you have tickets for NXT, that's where you're heading. But a lot of you aren't going to have NXT tickets. Where do you want to come? You want to come to Inspiration Meets Perspiration, April 5th, my 63rd birthday. I would love to see you there. It's going to be a great time. Go to DDP Yoga Workshops with an S.com. All of the information's there. Again, thank you so much, so many of you for sending those get well wishes and supporting me and behind what we're doing. And pretty cool. Love you. Talk to you soon. Hope to see you at Mania, either at Access or at the workshop. Have a great day. See ya.